I'm back with better lighting. I had to run to the bathroom. I have my water. Let me tell you real fast. We're going to talk about Pop Challenge. I'm going to watch my lighting here. And let me just tell you really quickly, Weight Watchers is over on QVC. They have the 3-month digital. So that's online only for $39.90. The 3-month workshop is $89.90. So from what I understand, those are pretty great prices. You can also go back and watch the actual live program is over, but they had Oprah on talking about it. She wasn't actually on QVC, but she called in. They're giving away a cookbook with that sign up. And the 3-month workshop, $89.90. That's a pretty good price. Hi, Beth. Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me home. I was just on a minute ago just to let you guys know about that. I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to go back and watch it from the beginning. So I guess the host of QVC, she's been doing WW since last week. So, you know, she's a newbie to it, which is kind of fun to hear her reflections on that. Apparently what they send you is a activation code. So you do have to wait. I don't know if you get it emailed. I don't know if it comes in the mail. I'm not exactly sure, but go check that out on QVC underneath the Weight Watchers Reimagined membership and see. Hi, Jude. Welcome back. Hi, Tracy. Welcome back. Hi, Sela Fly. Welcome back. Hi, Myrna. Thank you, Myrna. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Rosemary. Hi, Shelly Johnson. Thank you for moderating for me. Hi, Southern Cubanista again. And hi, Beth again. I said hi to you just a second ago. Hey, so I'm back from vacation. I got back yesterday. I had a wonderful vacation to Mexico, to Cozumel and Progreso. I utilized the Blue Plan while I was gone. I used every point allotted to me and maybe a few more. I used every activity point. I used every step. I did drink my water. I got on my personal scale this morning just to kind of see where I was, and it said I was up 5 pounds, which does not surprise me because very swollen. So that was one thing I did notice on the last 2 cruises. I think because of the sodium intake, you did get really puffy. So we'll see in the next couple of days what of that is an actual weight gain and what was just, you know, the fact that I ate more carby stuff than usual. You know, the fact that I was on the ocean and doing things that I don't normally do. We will see. I'm going to do an official weigh-in at Weight Watchers this next weekend. But until then, I would love for you guys to join my Pop Challenge. So if you're new to my channel and you're like, Amy, what the heck is a Pop Challenge? We started doing these in January. Pop is perfectly on plan, and we're talking about Weight Watchers. Of course, if you do other plans, I have a lot of subscribers out there that do anything from calorie counting to keto to they just watch me because we're friends, and Noom, you know, the whole MyFitnessPal, the whole thing. Whatever you want to do, whatever perfectly on plan looks like for you. You need to define it for yourself. But the idea is to have some parameters for yourself. For me, it is sticking to the MYWW Green Plan. I will not be eating any weeklies this week. I like to get steps every day from 5 to 10,000. We're going to work on 5,000 a day this week. Drinking my water. I've been aiming for a couple of these a day. And tracking. Really tracking for me is number one. Tracking and staying within my daily points. So that's what I define perfectly on plan for myself is, and the reason that we don't tell you on Pop what to do is because WW is highly individualized. You need to work the plan in the way that works for you. And we use the old school saying, let your weight loss be your guide. Let your weight loss be, I can't even talk. Let your weight loss be your guide. In other words, if your goal is to lose weight and you're not losing weight, tweak the plan a little bit. So that's kind of my goal. We're going to string 5 days together. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 days together. Okay. We know that consistency is key. We know that the longer stretches that you have that you're on plan, the better results you're going to have. And also you're building good habits. So we want to build good habits throughout the week. I like to be a weekend warrior. I like to continue on into the weekends. So, but right now we're just going to focus on the next 5 days. Okay. And I want to be back at where I was at my last WW weigh-in, which was, 5 pounds. I think it's 5 pounds of water weight. So I'm hoping on Saturday that I can demonstrate to you guys that yes, you can go on vacation. Yes, you can eat on a Weight Watchers plan. And yes, you can come back and either maintain or not gain a ton of weight. We will see. We will see. I've done it before. If you're wondering, I do have some videos on my channel of going to Mexico before and coming back and not gaining a single pound and staying on program while I was in Mexico before. So if you go back and look on my channel, I do have old vlogs, actual cruise vlogs of what I ate and what I did in order to stay on plan while I was on that vacation. Let's see. Jude D says, you're ready for pop. I love it. Charlotte Welch is going to get on pop as well, perfectly on plan. So no snacks after 7 for 5 days and 64 ounces of water. I love it. Oh my goodness, Ruth, I'm so sorry about your sister-in-law. Prayers to you. That is just terrible. And there are just times in life where this is not the priority and your family is the priority and getting through really difficult times. So we definitely send out love and prayers to you. I'm so sorry. Let's see who else. Lori Urban, you're going to pop with me. Okay. So if you need to refocus, what we often see, what I've done in the past, maybe you've done this in the past, you start off really strong in January and then February hits and you're staring down the candy aisle, the Valentine's Day candy aisle, and you're very tempted to just forget your, New Year's resolutions or whatever you dedicated yourself to and go back to your old habits. We're going to push through February together, you guys. So I don't know how many pop challenges I'm going to do in February, but we're going to try to be consistent here and do a few of them. So I'm not going to be able to check in every day, but what I will do is check in on Wednesday and on Friday with you guys. So 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, that is our check-in here. All you have to do is pop in, pop into the live with me if you can. If not, I do post these and you can check in later and let me know, are you perfectly on plan? If not, how are you going to get yourself there? So, it's the old adage of if you have 4 tires on your car and 1 tire goes flat, you're not going to go and slash the rest of your tires, right? So if you struggle tomorrow and can't be pop, you're going to string 4 days together. If Monday and Tuesday, you can't seem to get it together, 3 days. Okay. Let's just do the best that we can. Catherine Vale wants to know how my trip was. It was great. Hopefully I'll have some vlogs up for you guys. We will see. We will see if my camera kept it together on the trip. I have some stuff on there. I've got to go back and look at it. Rosemary's going to pop with me. So it looks like Joyce wants to know about my niece. My niece is home, so thank you all for your prayers. She has, quite a ways to go, and we're not exactly sure what the future looks like with her, but right now she's stable and at home with my brother and his wife. And my parents are back in Florida, and they moved their little butts back down there. So they still have their house up in Michigan I told you guys about, but they are, what is that? But they are back in Florida now to be with my brother and their new granddaughter and kind of walk with them through this part of their life. Hey, Sharon. Hi to Florida. Let's see. Just me. Hi. You just switched from green to blue and you're down 2 pounds last week. You're going to pop. Oh, and it works for you. That's great. I love it. I've heard a lot of really good feedback from those of you guys that are doing these challenges with me. There's something about stringing together 5 perfect days. If you go to Instagram and you type in 5 perfect days, there are all kinds of people out there that are stringing together 5 perfect days and getting great results from having consistency like that. Susan Thompson says that Oprah's on a WW tour right now, and she makes sure to save her points for a shot of tequila. That's very funny. Oh, that's great. Yeah, let us know, Susan. We would love to hear about you're going to go see her on February the 8th. We'd love to hear about that for sure. All right, so I'm going to check back in with you guys. Let me see, make sure. Oh, Southern Cubanista, you're going to pop with us this week. This is your first time. Fabulous. I love hearing that. Let me know how it goes. Again, thanks to Shelly and Michelle for moderating for me at my lives. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Michelle, for your prayers. Thank you so much. And Mitch, we will be praying for your struggle with the Paxi. I don't know what those are. Are those like a snack? They're in the house and you struggle with them. Is there any way you can get them out of the house? Okay, sometimes we've got to remove these snacks from the house. I've had to do it. I've had to throw things out. I've had to vigorously clean out the pantry. Right now, everything in my house. I did a Walmart pickup last night on our way home from the cruise terminal. Everything in our house right now is WW friendly. So tonight when I wanted dessert, I went and I made my cheesecake pudding and I put some of my sugar-free Cool Whip on it and I had a banana and we're good to go. We're done. We are done eating. If you need to close the kitchen, oh, it's a Polish donut. Okay, Anne, I get it. If you need to close the kitchen with me right now, my kitchen's closed. So the only other thing that's going in my body is a little bit more water, and then we're going to stop that as well. So we're not up all night. But if you need to close the kitchen, my kitchen's closed. If you need to close yours, let's do it right now. So you don't need to be eating donuts right now. It's too late, Anne. I'm just going to tell Anne what to do. Anne, it's 7 o'clock. It's too late for a Polish donut. Hey, Don Rice, how are you? We've got some people closing their kitchens, it sounds like. Kelly Vaughn is asking, does everyone eat all of their points for better weight loss? I'm new as of December 30th, 2019. So Kelly, we were just talking about this. You really need to kind of look and see how your weight loss is going. I do not eat, I eat all of my daily points, or I try to. Sometimes I leave a couple on the table and sometimes I go over by a couple. But on the whole, I try to stick with just my daily points, and I do not personally eat my weeklies. I try not to. When I eat my weeklies, I don't really lose. Okay, now there are a lot of people out there that eat all their weeklies and they lose. There are a lot of people out there that eat weeklies and eat activity points and they lose. So really, when you're new, I would start with your daily points and you can sprinkle some of those weeklies around and see how you do. If you notice that you eat 10 weeklies a day and you're still losing at that 0.5 to 2 pound a week weight loss, which is what Weight Watchers says that we can lose on plan, keep going. If you find that 10 weeklies a day has stopped your weight loss, you might need to dial it back to 5 weeklies or no weeklies, or, you may find that you can have, all your weeklies in a week and still lose weight. I envy people like that. So, Susan Thompson says she eats all her daily points only. So Susan and I both just stick with our daily points. I use my weeklies as like an emergency situation, or like last week I was on vacation, so I ate those and my activity points. And you can see what happened. I came back, my scale's up, and I'm really going to have to hit it hard this week to get whatever, if it's just water or whatever it is, off. So let's see. Tracy Russell is saying, I've never had a loss and been able to eat all my weeklies. So Tracy's agreeing that she can't eat her weeklies and lose. I'd like to hear from people that eat. Honey Faulkner. Honey Faulkner says, I am a point hoarder. I love that. That's great. I'd like to hear from people that can eat most of their weeklies and still lose. I haven't run into very many people like that, but there are some out there for sure. For sure. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, Kelly, you're doing great. Oh my gosh. Kelly Vaughn, she's new. She's not been eating all of her dailies and you're down 8.6. Now, kind of watch it with the dailies though. You don't want to short yourself on your dailies, okay? Because you don't want to slow your metabolism down so much that you're not losing. What Weight Watchers does is they start you off with a certain amount of dailies. Like when I started, I was at 38 dailies. I'm 5'9". When I started back, I was 260 pounds. So they started me at 38 dailies. And as I'm losing, they're taking daily points away from me. So right now I get 37 dailies. Okay. Now the thing is, I don't want to eat 30 dailies because that means it's hard to explain, but as your points decrease, right, your weight loss should stay somewhat stable. So if you're already eating on the low end of your points, your body is like, you'll lose right now, but then you're going to hit a major plateau, from what I understand. Hopefully that makes sense. I had a problem on Blue because my points were going down, but then I was compensating by eating a lot of 0-point foods. So my calorie intake was staying the same, when over time, as your body weight decreases, you need less calories, right? Is this making sense? So I needed less calories. That's why I stalled myself out. So hopefully that makes sense. If not, I'm sorry. Susan Thompson says, in my meeting, all of us only eat dailies to lose weight every week. Okay. And Susan Thompson is our friend who her coach is Oprah's coach, Lisa. So that is the meeting that she goes to in New York City. I believe Oprah's been to your meeting before. Anyway, Lisa is also Oprah's coach. So Lisa's saying that in her meeting, you guys just eat your dailies to lose weight. And that has been my experience as well. So I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do, but that's been my experience. Amy Baker, correct. 0-point foods still have calories, right? So they're not just free foods. We had to get away from saying that because we were saying that for a while. And they're not free foods. And we don't need to be eating until we're full. We eat until we're satisfied. There's a difference. So, Mima, yes. So Mima is saying she had to lower her portion sizes once again after she lost 50 pounds. And that's what a lot of us have gotten tripped up over is as your weight decreases, your intake also needs to decrease if you want to continue to decrease your weight. Does that make sense? And then when you get to maintenance, you can slowly increase your intake again so you maintain. But if you go above your intake again, guess what's going to happen? You're going to gain weight. So thankfully, Weight Watchers has figured a lot of this out. Now, the problem with the Blue plan for a lot of us is they didn't really explain that to us. I feel like when they introduced the Blue plan, it took quite a while for us to figure out what was going on because a lot of us, our points were going down, but we were eating more 0-point foods. And so our weight loss stalled out. Complicated stuff. There's several videos out there by other people that talk about this that actually work for Weight Watchers. I know Fat Dag did a video, I don't know, last year talking about this issue and what he had been telling his meeting members because he is a WW coach. And he had been telling them, listen, as your points go down, guess what? Your 0-point foods need to decrease as well. And people were like, what are you talking about? And that's when the light bulb kind of went on for me. So, Joyce is maintaining on 3 weeks of Lifetime. Congratulations. Ann Wilson says, yes, that makes sense. All you say is true. Hopefully that made some sense. And Kelly Vaughn is on green and you're getting 30 points. It sounds like you're doing great, Kelly, on green. I'm so happy for you. It sounds like it's working out really well for you. Iris Jackson, I'm on green. I have to count everything to lose. Iris, that's me. That's why I had issues on Blue. I think I'm more of a volume eater. A book I read a long time ago is called Volumetrics, and it talks about getting the most volume of food for the least amount of calories. And I like to practice that when I'm cooking and eating. But it can kind of bite you in the butt if you're not careful. You don't want to practice volumetrics with things like eggs. So my coach has instructed us in the past, he said, hey, listen, I stalled myself out. So he's lifetime. Then he started to creep up and he was on blue. He said, I stalled myself out because I was eating too many servings of eggs, too many servings of beans. He said, I was eating huge pots of beans, or I was having 4 or 5 eggs a day. He'd have a couple eggs for breakfast, have some hard-boiled eggs as a snack. And he said, yeah, those are 0-point foods, but I was having too many servings. So now you know what he says in the meetings? He's like, 1 serving of a 0-point food is 0. He said, once you start getting into 2 and 3 servings, you really need to consider, do I need to count points for that? Now, spinach, I personally, if you're going to eat 3 or 4 servings of spinach, I don't think you need to count points for that. Eggs, however, if you're going to eat more than 1 or 2 eggs, you probably need to start thinking about counting points. So hopefully that makes some sense. I don't know. On green eggs, you have to count for. So that I'm back to square one with all that. I have to count stuff, you guys. Mima, yes, I totally agree with you. Let's see. Anne says, I wish all the WW coaches would sing from the same hymn sheet. So many coaches give out conflicting advice. My coach told our meeting last Wednesday that we would lose if we went over dailies by 5 points. Interesting. Yeah. I mean, we get all kinds of information, and this is probably one of the main complaints that I've heard over the last few years is some inconsistency with the way the coaches have been leading the meetings. And I think that they're trying to work on that and get more consistency. I think that happened, honestly, once we went from smart points into freestyle, things started to get really crazy. And it's because we used to count everything, except for fruits and veggies. And that happened back during the points plus days. And then with this 0-point food list, you have people that already have trouble with portion sizes, right? So that opens up a whole can of worms. But I understand what you're saying. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get going here in just a second. Yeah, just me is measuring her 0-point foods. I know. And this really goes against what we initially were told with 0-point foods on freestyle. They really emphasize eat to satisfaction, not really thinking about the fact that some of us can eat a 4-egg omelet and then maybe want something else as well. So, do you see what I'm saying, you guys? You got to really work the plan. You got to individualize it. So for me, counting everything works because a 4-egg omelet for me right now is 4 eggs is 2 points an egg. So that's 8 points plus anything else I put in the omelet, right? So do you think I'm going to go back later and have 2 more hard-boiled eggs for a snack? That's 4 more points. No, I'm not. So I've gotten very point stingy because I've realized that eating that much has really stalled me out in the past. So Kelly, I hope that helped you. All right. I will see you guys later. I'll see you on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to try to get a couple vloggy things up for you guys this week. We'll see. It's going to be kind of a crazy week because I was out from work last week. So I've got a lot going on with my clients starting tomorrow morning. So I will edit as possible, but I will for sure be here Wednesday at 7 p.m., God willing that I, don't fall off the planet. So stay in orbit, right? We're going to pop this week. Let me know down below if you would like to put your plan in writing for me. I love to read those. Tell me what you're going to do to be perfectly on plan for yourself. Give me some specifics. Give me a SMART goal. Thank you, Just Me. I'll see you guys later. Okay. Bye. Pop. Bye.